Hello everybody and welcome back for some weekly VR news. As always, I'm Mateo311 and this is your channel for everything VR related. Now if you came here looking for this week's awesome new VR game releases, well then, you're gonna be disappointed because it's a pretty calm week in that respect, but there's still plenty of stuff to get excited about. Right now you could digitally recreate and share your own room in VR. We got some big last minute games sneaking in for 2025, and basically everything VR related is currently on sale. Now there are of course links and timestamps if you want to skip ahead. Well, let's start things off like normal with the check-in. Now for those new to the channel, the check-in is where I let you know what I'm up to in the VR world. And if you've been here week after week, it is crazy time right now. There are so many games that I've wanted to cover that I couldn't get to. I've been asking you guys to choose for me. Last week I said, hey, is it Battlemarked or RoboQuest? And you guys chose Battlemarked, so that's what I covered. But I did play RoboQuest, incredible game, highly recommend it. First person shooter, roguelike. It was ported from flat screen, already a beloved game. Super, highly recommend. It's also awesome. I also want to get it into Hotel Infinity, which I didn't try yet. So I'm overwhelmed. And on the same front for hardware, look at this, guys. Look at my room. It's a mess. Like you see stuff everywhere, boxes. I got the new Woodger vest that I started testing. I have updates to the Roto chair. I actually love my Roto chair. So I got a whole bunch of updates to it. I got a huge camera update. I wanted to use it for this video, guys, but unfortunately, I don't have the time. I had a death in the family, so I'm going to be traveling the rest of the day. That's also why I'm super speed. So let's not waste any more time and just get into this week's new releases, which don't exist, but there were some games that released last week, sneaky, that I didn't get to. And number one on that list was Mobile Suit Gundam Silver Phantom making its way onto the PlayStation VR2. Now, if you're not familiar with Gundam, it's an anime series, and I previously tried this game when it released on the Meta Quest. It's mostly an interactive story, featuring some incredible animation and cinematography, but even as a big fan of anime, this failed to hook me, but that could be simply due to my lack of knowledge on this series, and I just couldn't appreciate it. So if you are a fan of Gundam or have tried this game, please let me know what you think about it down in the description, and maybe when I get some free time, I'll jump back into it. Now, the other release I mentioned in the intro, which is a preview of Meta's Hyperscape app, and I have to tell you guys, it is absolutely insane. Basically, you walk around scanning your room with the Meta Quest 3 for like 5 to 10 minutes, and then you upload this information to Meta's servers, which doesn't feel sketchy at all. And then after an hour or so, they've digitally recreated your room. Now, this might not sound like much, but it's something I've always wanted to do, and there's extra features. Like you could recreate your room and then bring a friend in, which is really cool. And I have to say, guys, I had a really bizarre experience with this because after you recreate your room, it actually looks even clearer than pass-through, like way clearer. I scanned my room. I was amazed with the technology. I was checking out things. Not everything came out perfect, obviously, but it looks really good. And then after just sitting down for a while, I stood up. My brain thought I was in pass-through. Where I was in the real world didn't represent where I was in the digital world, and I proceeded to walk right into those doors, like bam. Like I saw I was in full speed. So I got the grid, but I was going too fast, and I just head first into those doors, and then I laughed my butt off. So definitely 10 out of 10 would concuss myself again. Now, I'm yet to share my room online, but if you guys want me to do it so you can explore the Mat Cave, please let me know down in the comments. Now, another recent release that I haven't got to try yet just got its first major update, and that's Tracked Shoot to Survive. Version 1.1 has just dropped, and this patch is bringing new features, visual upgrades, gameplay improvements, a long list of bug fixes, and they've also addressed many common issues that the players have highlighted. Now, it's pretty amazing to see a studio respond so quickly, so I definitely appreciate that, and maybe I'll bump this game up a few notches on my backlog list. Now, before we get into those huge sales that are currently going on, I just want to talk about how we're in the home stretch for 2025, and we only have a few major releases coming, but they still look pretty darn cool. The first one came out of nowhere, and apparently we're getting a Men in Black game in just a week or so, which is pretty crazy. It looks good. It's coming from Coatsink. You might remember that name. One of the last games they did was actually Jurassic Park, but they also go all the way back to Onward. So I'm pretty pumped about that. Looks like a very solid game. The one I'm really excited for is Thief, coming from a combination of Maze Theory and Vertigo Games. It's pretty wild to see two studios come together on a project. Really happy about that. And finally, we have Star Trek Infection, which again, I'm intrigued on. I'm a huge Trekkie. Absolutely undeniable. The only thing I'm not super happy about is with all the lore of that gigantic series that spans, what, 70 years now? Probably more. They picked zombies. It's like a zombie story. Maybe it's not. Hopefully it's not. We'll see. Still intrigued. Can't wait to try it. Planning to cover all of these games for you guys. Thief is definitely getting covered no matter what. Now, if there's anything else you guys want me to cover, the hardware, the games, let me know. But for now, let's move into those massive sales. So basically, anything you want for VR is on sale right now. Now, I always keep a link in the description, but I'll also put it in the comments this time. That takes you to a spreadsheet of all the sales I know that are ongoing, with added discount codes, links to game coverage in case you want to learn more about the product, and I also include a list of my recommended games and hardware if you're looking for some suggestions. But I assume most of you are just looking for new games, and good news there. Excluding Marvel's Deadpool VR, you could get any MetaQuest game for 20% off using my code Mateo311. And that is, of course, an affiliate code, which does help support my channel. The PlayStation VR2 is also currently $300 for the remainder of the year, and that's honestly a really cool option if you're someone who already owns a PlayStation 5 and is interested in getting into VR. Just keep in mind, if you're going to make that purchase, the future of the PlayStation VR2 is not AAA, and it's very unlikely that we will see any new PlayStation VR exclusives. Now, before the PlayStation community comes after me with pitchforks, yes, I do acknowledge that no one's making AAA PCVR games either, and the only one spending the money for AAA products in VR is Oculus Publishing and their Meta exclusives. And since they're exclusive AAA titles on a mobile platform, they still don't have the graphical fidelity of what you'd expect AAA to be. It's just the world we're in. And while my discount codes unfortunately don't work on MetaQuest hardware, there are some massive discounts there also. The MetaQuest 3S is currently $250, which is just an insane deal. That product has so much versatility. Yeah, maybe you don't want to spend the money right now. You're saving up for a Steam frame, and I don't blame you. But if you're on a tight budget, this is incredible. You could do a lot with this product. And compared to the $500 MetaQuest 3S, you're not losing out too much. I know some people will fight me on that, but that's how I feel. And not to sound like a major meta shill, they even offer 0% APR play now, pay later deals. So as long as you make your $21 payment on time each month, you won't be spending an extra penny on this headset. Now, when it comes to my favorite comfort accessories for VR headsets, Globular Cluster is now my one and only choice for facial inserts. And their products are currently discounted 20 to 50% off. Now, if you don't like the feel of your facial insert or need a spare for sweaty friends, I highly recommend the F3V3 magnetic facial interface. You get different spacer sizes, 3 different materials. This all just pulls right off if you need to clean it or change it. There's also a nose cover. I don't use mine. And you could also open up the sides if you need extra air. It's awesome, guys. Honestly, I've never liked the facial insert until now. And just to rattle off a few more sales, I have discounts on things like the Play for Dream if you want a high-end headset. There's $50 off. Same thing for the Roto VR chair. I know those are very expensive devices, so $50 off kind of sounds like throwing a lawn chair off the Titanic to save weight, but it is a difference. $50 is $50. Now, that Mateo311 code is valid on so many different sites, and it will get you anywhere from 10 to 20% off. And this includes Woodger, which is the vest I was just showing off, Play for Dream, AMVR, Studio Form, VR Rock, Kiwi Design. I love my Kiwi head straps, highly recommend that. And Syntech, whole series of different devices, battery packs, facial inserts, you name it. So 10 to 20% off. Plus, they're also running their own deals right now. It is a great time to stop buying your Christmas gifts or get that item you've been looking for. And right before I sign off for today, I just want to tell you guys, we're doing game nights every Tuesday night. It's been busy, so I've missed a few here and there. I've also been a little unwell, but game nights this Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I have keys for Battlemarked. We're going to give out keys. I want to start a new campaign with you guys. We're always doing that, and I encourage you guys to join the Discord to find some friends, play some games with. Additionally, I'm going to be doing a massive giveaway video towards the end of the year live stream. I have tons of keys. We'll hang out right around Christmas whenever I could fit it in. We will chill, maybe have a little eggnog or something, whatever floats your boat, and I will just be banging out keys and having a nice discussion with you guys. So prepare for that. I used to give out hardware too, like the stuff that is the overflow, the stuff that I like, but I have 2 of them or don't need it or whatever the case may be. But it just became so hard to mail stuff around the world. So it's going to just be keys this time. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, thumbs up. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. We're so close to 100,000. Share this channel, guys. Share it. Thumbs up. Subscribe. Notifications on. Share the channel. We're going to hit 100K before the end of the year. Thank you guys so much for that, and I will see you on next time.